Kentuckians of House District 63, those in Boone and Kenton counties. The hour is late, but us, the people, we are far from finished. It is time that we put Kentucky first. It is time that we put America first. It is time now we put our home, House District 63, first. We have no more excuses, no more of a managed decline, no more stagnation, no more weakness from our leaders, and no more putting our own people last, while the insiders, outsiders, bureaucrats, and speculators all profit off the backs of the working families. My name is Seth Winslow Young, and I am running for Kentucky House of Representatives because public office is not a throne, it is not a career ladder, and it is not a platform for polished candidates, polished politicians, or those who have been pushed by those behind closed doors. To me, it is a duty. To me, it is a responsibility. It is a covenant between the representative and the people. I, like many of you, am a son of this soil, rooted in faith, family, and in service to the people. I believe in stewardship of our old Kentucky home, the one that our grandparents built, defended, prayed over, and passed down to us. This campaign, therefore, is about restoring that covenant. It is about restoring accountable leadership that puts families first, Main Street first, and the Commonwealth ahead of lobbyists, special interests, and political convenience. So let's speak plainly about what is crushing too many families right here in Northern Kentucky. Home costs are rising so high that our own sons and daughters are being priced out of the very hills that they grew up in. Our young couples who want to marry, who want to raise a child, who want to build a home, who want to buy a home, who want to build equity, and who want to plant roots here in this district are too often being slammed out, being shut out. The door is being slammed shut quite literally before they even get a chance to walk through it. For too long, Frankfort bureaucrats, excessive red tape, and a broken housing system have driven up costs. They have slowed down local builders, and they have opened the door for venture capital firms and for out-of-state investors, those who do not live here, who do not worship here, do not raise their children here, and do not care what Northern Kentucky becomes once they have taken their profit. That only ends with real leadership. As your state representative, I will introduce the Northern Kentucky Housing Act, which will be a serious and targeted plan to cut state-level permitting red tape, speeding up approvals for quality and attainable homes, and empowering Kentucky builders who will prioritize families over speculation. I will fight for a first-time home buyer tax credit for working families in Boone and Kenton counties, paired with protections that prioritize local ownership so that young people can stop being forced to leave Kentucky simply because they cannot afford to stay. We will not watch our children and our next generations build their future somewhere else because Frankfort refused to fight for them here and now. We will lower home costs the Kentucky First and the America First way, which will be real homes for real families, built with responsibility, with dignity, and with common sense. But it must be said, so let me be clear, that growth must not mean we surrender. In that, we are not going to turn Northern Kentucky into another carbon copy strip mall, another chain store suburb, or another overdeveloped concrete corridor that looks like everywhere else in America. The beauty of our hills, our farmland, our churches, our river communities, and our Commonwealth spirit is not for sale. I believe in mature and in controlled growth. It is growth that honors who we are as a people. Development should strengthen our communities. It should not erase them. It should serve Kentucky families and not replace Kentucky culture. That means incentives for projects that preserve green space, respect farmland, use local labor, and protect our water and energy resources. And above all, fit the character of the land that God has entrusted to us. Growth is going to be on our terms. Stewardship will not be our downfall. Opportunity will not be our destruction. And prosperity will not come without losing our soul. Now let us talk about the I-71 and I-75 corridors, which is the economic spine of Northern Kentucky. From that, we must fight for real jobs, family wage jobs, and long-term security for our people who rely on this corridor. In that, I will push for strong incentives in manufacturing and skilled trades, infrastructure, agriculture, technology, logistics, and in local entrepreneurship. But those incentives must come with a standard, that we hire locally, that we pay good wages, and that we invest in our communities, and above all, we build something that lasts. But at the same time, we must lower the burden on our working families and on our small businesses. I support responsibly phasing toward eliminating the state income tax, simplifying regulations, and cutting wastes, and fixing the system that rewards big out-of-state interests while our Main Street carries the burden. When our small businesses win, our families win. And when our workers keep more of what they earn to put on Main Street, our communities stabilize. But when our young people can afford homes, raise families, and build wealth, that is when the American dream can live again. Not just as a slogan, but as a true reality that can be lived out right here in Boone and Kenton counties. This is the covenant that I make with you, that we put faith, family, and our Commonwealth first. That a government knows its limits, that a representative remembers who he answers to, and that a campaign that puts Northern Kentucky families first. One that's not after the lobbyists, not after the donors, not after the insiders, but about the people first. This will no longer be politics as usual, with no more empty promises from Frankfurt, no more speeches without concrete action. As your representative for House District 63, I will file these bills, I will fight for these reforms, and I will hold the line for the people of our old Kentucky home. Friends, the primary is May 19th. Join me in restoring self-government. Join me in defending our families. Join me in renewing the Commonwealth we so dearly love. And in that I say that we restore the covenant, we will restore Kentucky. By putting Kentucky first, America first, House District 63 first, we will redeem our faith, our family, and our Commonwealth. So let's get it done.